good morning and welcome. And now nothing beats the feeling of waking up to a great morning, a great breakfast show, specially curated just for you.
Now, every morning we get excited about the fact that you're going to be right there to savor all the great things that we've put together on this premium family breakfast show.
It's a warm one, and of course you anticipated Wake Up Nigeria. That's the name of the show.
It's not a bright new day.
It is.
So far the weather is holding.
It is.
It's refreshing and it's an artsy Thursday.
It is. It's also October, and well, we get closer to the end of the year. We'll soon be singing Christmas songs.
Yeah, soon enough. I can still remember when you used to just open up your laptop and start blasting Christmas songs.
Yeah, and then you don't have to wait till December. You know?
It used to start in November. It used to freak me out, but it's fine.
November is good. November is about time. I mean, if you start now, that's when it might freak someone out. But then, hey, come on. I mean, how ready are you for the end of the year?
All right. So, so many things I pretty excited. And yes, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us and staying with us and being, making us your friend, your best friend every morning. You know, carrying you along every single day.
I'm loving that hairdo, though.
Thank you.
I'm loving it. It's just working.
Thank you so much. Thank you very
goodness
much.
me.
All right. Okay, it's going to be a wonderful show so far. Remember, you can watch the show. It's on GOTV channel 27. And of course, it's on terrestrial UHF channel 49.
You can also stream the show live on tvcentertainment.tv or, of course, on Facebook at TVC Connect.
All right. Welcome to the show. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilara Oyinson. You could literally watch the show in the palm of your hand if you have our app for Android or iOS. And now we're about to kick off the show.
Alex will be here, of course. He's the author of the Creator of 5 Wealth Distinctions Framework. And we'll be talking about some money secrets and technology. We'll be rounding up that discussion for the whole month this morning.
And then, of course, on Thursdays, Arts Come Alive. We have Esho Ayodele, a versatile creative artist and photographer, someone who majors in nature and lifestyle. He's going to be joining us for a mini art exhibition, and we can't wait to see it. Okay, Artsy Thursday, all over again. How's it going?
It could be better, but...
As in, honestly, what's going on? Wow.
But it's
kind of like you guys are twinning,
though. Tell us why you are happy.
The fabric, your fabric is very similar.
It's not the same.
It's close.
It's not the same.
I didn't get the memo.
It's the same.
But I'm wearing Ready to Wear by Emma.
Tell her, baby girl.
Ready to Wear by Emma.
Fabulous.
Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you, darling.
Why did they put me with this today? Oh, Lord. What did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, don't worry. Showers of blessings. That's what we are to you.
This is October.
And hopefully there will be some showers of blessings coming your way this morning. Let's check out the weather.
Morning. It's the news on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mike Mesikeno. Kickoff in Abuja, where yesterday 23 remaining captives of the Abuja-Kaduna bound train attacked by terrorists are now breathing the air of freedom. The latest on that incident happened on March 28th this year is that all captives have now regained freedom after spending over 6 months in captivity. The news of their release was from the Secretary of the Chief of Defense Staff Action Committee, Usman Yusuf, who disclosed that the hostages were released by the captors at about 4 p.m. yesterday. Mr. Yusuf said the committee took custody of the victims shortly after their release. Now let's take a run through of some of the occurrences that shaped that fateful day, the 28th of March 2022, which will remain fresh in the minds of Nigerians for a long time. At around 7:45 p.m. on that fateful day, hundreds of passengers traveling to Kaduna were kidnapped, others killed and some injured by bandits who bombed the Abuja-Kaduna bound train. Approximately 970 passengers were on board, with several of them abducted and taken to the bush by the marauding bandits who arrived on motorbikes holding firearms and other deadly weapons. The train left Abuja's Edo station at 6 p.m. and was scheduled to arrive in Kaduna's Rigasa station by 8 p.m. According to eyewitness accounts, the train was bombed twice before the armed bandits opened fire on the travelers, although 26 passengers were officially declared missing as of April 4th, and 150 passengers were still unaccounted for at that time. At least 8 people were killed, including Amin Mahmood, a youth leader of the ruling All Progressives Congress, Chinelu Megafo Chinelu, a medical doctor, Tibile Musugu, a lawyer, Barrister Musa Lawal Ozigi, Secretary General, Trade Union Congress, with more than 65 others kidnapped. The following week, the hostage takers released the businessman and 11 more captives were released in June. In a statement released on the 28th of March 2022, the Nigerian Medical Association confirmed that Ms. Chinelo tweeted shortly after the train from Abuja to Kaduna was attacked by terrorists, saying, quote, "I'm in the train. I have been shot. Please pray for me," end quote. In the aftermath of the attack, the Nigerian Air Force conducted raids in the forest on the boundary of Niger and Kaduna State, killing no fewer than 34 terrorists. In the meantime, President Muhammadu Buhari says he is delighted over the safe release of the remaining 23 kidnapped train passengers held hostage by Boko Haram terrorists. The president said the nation owed the military and all other security and intelligence agencies a debt of gratitude for the successful conduct of the operation leading to the release of the hostages. He says the relief that has come to the nation from the closure of this unfortunate saga must be sustained across the country at all times. President Buhari maintained that his government will take credit for resolving the issue and the de-escalation of terrorism, banditry, and kidnapping that ravaged parts of the country recently. Now, this week's Federal Executive Council was solely to discuss extensively the 2023 appropriation bill that will be presented to a joint session of the National Assembly on Friday by President Muhammadu Buhari. Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, disclosed this when he briefed State House correspondents at the end of the meeting. He said the only memo discussed at the Federal Executive Council meeting was the 2023 budget.
Federal Executive Council meeting in which the budget proposals for 2023 was presented and discussed at length. That budget proposal will be taken to the National Assembly on Friday morning by Mr. President. So it will not be proper to begin to discuss the content of what will be officially presented on Friday.
Good morning and welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilaya Onyison. We're going to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers in the dailies. We're starting with The Nation, and today is Thursday, October 6th, 2022. APC, NWC, governors, PPC members unite for Tinubu. Flag bearer returns today. Southeast APC women hold rally in Owerri. And it also says here, under the masthead, Otedola's Geregu becomes first power firm to list shares on NGX. Firm gains 25 billion naira on first trading day. Now that's a photo of Otedola there, and it continues on page 4. Right above that, we have Lagos to riverine communities quit over flooding. 23 remaining Abuja-Kaduna train abductees freed. 3 scientists win Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Detractors of PDP will be disappointed, says IU. Let's see what else we have here. Let's take a look at the photo story here. The overall winner, first best teacher in public senior secondary school category, Mrs. Aderemi Adedunke, displaying her certificate there. And we have, of course, the vice president right there in the photo story as well. The headline says, Buhari promises to restore teachers' pride. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation. We have with us the Punch newspaper as well. It says here, INEC governorship list, litigation kicks 14 APC, PDP, LP candidates out. The parties face court cases in Ebonyi, Akwa Ibom, Enugu, 6 others. Commission okays Sanwo-Olu, Abiodun Makinde, and 834 others. Senate confirms 19 RECs. Atiku Okowa in Bauchi receive defectors. Right above the masthead there, it says Adamu governors to meet. They meet to adjust Tinubu's campaign list. Right at the top, Senate approves 2023 expenditure. Okay, $73 per barrel oil price. On Teachers' Day, NUT seeks better deal, knocks governors. American-Danish scientists share Nobel Chemistry Prize for 2022. And Dangote, Kogi fight over validity of land acquisition. And NGX lists Geregu Power investors make 10% gains. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch. We have with us also the Daily Trust. And it says here how 23 remaining abducted Kaduna train passengers were released. Families excited, how negotiators sealed the deal, NRC to unveil plan on train service resumption. World Teachers Day 2 years after, federal government yet to implement teachers' new salary package, and more flood to hit Kogi, Kebbi, Kaduna, Taraba, Lagos, others in 24 hours. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Trust. And at this point, yeah, we need to keep fit.
Some water,
Welcome
guys.
Thank you,
Water,
Sambo.
water, take water, yeah?
Yeah.
Can one have too much of water?
Definitely.
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Though the body is made of 70%
water.
so-
Yeah, but then too much of it too can be very
Yeah,
bad for you. Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
But
It
they
is.
So
are
how
very-
much is too
According
much,
to
though?
research.
in a day, it should be what? 8 liters?
Yeah. 8 liters a day.
8 liters.
You need to see it is
Yes,
keg.
I have a keg that I carry
A
around
gallon.
these days. It's 2.5 liters. And on every, level, they're cheering you on. Oh, you've done it, you've done it. I'm like, yeah, I'm just drinking water, guys. It's not that serious.
2.5.
It's very serious. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But so they came across, of course, Kanye West once again,
In the news.
the mad genius. Right? Is in the news this time. And for a number of reasons, he started with calling out Chloe. That was for one, and then for the shirt he wore, White Lives Matter. And he was seen with Candace Owens. If you know her, she has been a proponent of how much of a scam Black Lives Matter is. And so, as normal, blacks will come out and say he's a sellout, But then he has been excused a lot of times due to his,
Mental illness.
Is it, because of it, they think, he's a genius, as it were, or he's been described as a genius. But the point is, this is what I want to bring out. They said charity begins at home. No matter how much you impact the world, or you plan to invest in other people and all that, if the basic unit of society, the family, is scattered, what is the point?
True.
What's the point with all your excellence, with all your fame, with all your rhymes and whatever, and you cannot handle your basic, the most important component, your family of what, 6?
So it is really, it's sad because I can still remember in some of his lines where he talked about the importance of family. I feel like he really wanted that family to work. I feel like he didn't imagine his family ever disintegrating. And that for him, with the extent of his, in quote, genius, he didn't see it coming, and I think it really hit him hard. And this is how he's dealing with it. It's definitely not the best way.
This is how he's responding.
This is how he's responding to it, and he's basically added the whole world to his private WhatsApp account for us to see exactly how he's dealing with it.
Dropping messages he sent to people, dropping messages people sent to him. All of that.
Crazy. But the thing is, sorry, I wanted to just touch on the fact that there was a whole fashion week last week. Or, well, in fact, it was more than a week in a sense. And in the end, it feels like Kanye won Fashion Week. It feels like the whole world is talking about a T-shirt, which was probably designed in, what?
So my issue is not the T-shirt.
Early century. I'm talking about fashion now.
No, my issue, the point here is family and what we do. You're here on air now. People love you for what you do. You probably see people on the road, and then you could be a star, a celebrity. How important is family in all of this? Ensuring that at home, you hold things down. Because when the chips are down, who's going to be there for you? Family, the fans, who will be there for you?
I understand. I remember when Kanye was Kanye. I'm not saying he's not still Kanye now, but now he has evolved into some other person. But when Kanye used to be Kanye, even in his songs, he spoke a lot about his relationship with his mother.
Yeah.
That's how much of a family man, or he grew up in a good family way, with good family
that was
culture.
what he wanted us
That
to
was what
see.
he also
I'm not
wanted.
sure.
Yeah.
That's what he pushed out through his songs.
Well, true. I agree with you. And then we also know the impact it also had when his mother died. It actually, it took him back. Some people even say that was when he started going. The whole mental illness issue began. But then again, he's a celebrity. You have people around you. That is the work of a PR person. What is the work of PR person? The work of PR person is to project you in a good light, making sure that, just sorting out any damage control, making sure that messages as such doesn't come out on a public platform.
Well, so I don't even think it's really about PR. I think it's about him being grounded with someone. And you mentioned his mom. You mentioned his mom before, and I think she grounded him so much that we never saw the true mental challenges that he was having.
We'll continue on this in a second, because I guess you guys still have quite a lot to say about that one. But let's know what you think. How important is family in the scheme of things? We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We will be right back.
And yay, we are back. Thanks for staying tuned. Yes, with me in the kitchen is Chef Tade.
Welcome.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Oh, we're so calm and collected. Yes, this morning we are making scrambled eggs pasta. Well, actually, here's the one actually making scrambled egg pasta. So let's run through the ingredients for scrambled egg pasta.
Right.
I don't see the pasta anywhere here.
Yeah,
though.
I didn't bring it out.
Okay, it's somewhere, somewhere
sure.
around. Okay, great. But hey, we'll bring it on later. So go ahead.
All right, it's actually my food signature. So
yeah, because I've never heard of it. Scrambled egg. Ooh, I've done it. Now I remember.
Okay.
But go ahead.
all right, we have our chicken, which
Okay.
will serve as a side.
Okay.
Then we have eggs, spring onions, butter, and peppers.
Okay.
Pepper, onions, tomato, cherry, and bell peppers.
I see milk over there.
Yes, milk for our scrambled egg.
Okay, so we're going to add the milk in a scrambled egg.
Yes.
And then mix it.
Yeah, whisk it.
And then fry. And then add it to the pasta. Ooh, nice. Great. Now let's talk about the other spices we'll be using.
We have salt, we have rosemary, also have thyme, and
Garlic.
toasted garlic.
Ooh, toasted. I like that. Smells nice. Great. Are we crushing those?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If you're just joining us, people, with me, Chef Tade, and we are making scrambled egg pasta. Now I'm curious, what's the difference between the rosemary and the thyme?
There's a slight difference. Both have special fragrance.
Okay.
Yes. This is more deep in flavor than this.
Oh, okay, okay. I think I have an idea of what you're talking about here. And apart from the fact that their looks are different.
Yes, their looks are different. It's a bit tiny compared to this.
Okay. Okay. But the rosemary flavor, it's not strong. Like, it doesn't hit you as much as
It's very
thyme
strong.
does. Oh, really?
Yeah, more strong than this.
Stronger than that.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So for our red and green bell peppers, what are we doing with them?
For my red, and I will dice this to the smaller size.
Okay.
And then for this, I'll just wash and add it to just use it to plate.
Oh, so we're just plating, we're not blending?
I'll blend some for my chicken.
Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about the chicken.
So
what
for the
are we
chicken,
doing with the chicken?
it will just be like chicken in chili sauce.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah, I'll make
so
chili
we are
sauce.
blending the peppers and
to
then
make a sauce.
to make a sauce and then put the chicken in it. Are we frying the chickens or we're just going to cook it?
just fry it slightly.
Slightly. Okay, great. And then, okay, so it's at the end of the day, all of this comes together, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Great. I'm super excited about this meal. I think it's something the kids are going to love. So I think it's another way to also incorporate eggs in your spaghetti. Instead of just having boiled eggs, you could also have them scrambled in your spaghetti. So usually what I do when I cook mine is I don't fry my eggs separately.
Okay.
I just whisk and then just pour it into the spaghetti when it's almost ready, when it's even actually ready.
Yeah, it has a different
with just very little heat. So it's like having cheese in your spaghetti.
Sure.
Yeah, like it has that effect that it gives.
Yeah.
And then I just, stir it all in and leave it to just simmer for a bit and then take it out.
Okay.
And it always comes out really
Very
nice.
nice, yeah.
Great. All right, Chef Tade is here. So let's get to work. What are we doing
Okay.
first?
I'll boil my pasta.
Okay, so we're going to cook our pasta. We are making scrambled egg pasta, people. Yes, Chef Tade is going to begin, the cooking process. Of course, we're not letting you. Yeah, you're not letting you are going to be a part of anything happening here in the kitchen. We're going to make sure that we fill you in so that you watching at home can also, know what's happening. If it's something that you'd like to make for breakfast this morning, we would like you to please send us a video or a picture, and you can also tag us on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect. You could also tag Chef Tade
Chef_Tade.
Yeah?
Chef_Tade.
Of
Yep.
course. And so you could let us know that, I watched the show this morning and this is what you guys made and here's my version. We would like to hear from you. We have to head over to the couch now while we're getting things prepared here in the kitchen. We have our display with Mike.
Definitely comes alive on Thursday. And today our artist is Esho Ayodele. He's a versatile creative artist and photographer who majors in nature and lifestyle. And of course, he is joining us here, mini exhibition in some sort of ways. Now he enjoys painting mostly abstract and contemporary art. It's great to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Okay, you help me put off that in. Let's see your face, yeah, so that we know what. It's great to have you. So, how would you describe yourself as an artist? You love painting. You said abstract and contemporary.
Yes.
What genre would you classify yourself under as an artist?
Okay, so pretty much it's mixed media. So mixed media is a form of art where you use different mediums of materials to paint to achieve a particular type of art. So it depends on the medium that I'm trying to create and what I'm trying to depict or the message that I'm trying to pass across. Yeah, so pretty much I love abstract because I was inspired by great men like Jackson Pollock, Rothko, Kandinsky, Picasso, obviously. Yeah, so pretty much that's what it is.
Is that an underlying theme across all your artwork, or it's or it's based on maybe any collection you have or something?
So the I don't know if it's amazing or weird. I'm a self-taught artist. I didn't learn how to paint. Yeah, so it's a gift naturally. I didn't go to art school or anything, so I just picked up the brush. I was actually inspired by my elder brother, who is a proper artist that learned how to paint. Yeah.
And he learned how to paint.
Yeah.
Okay, but now, is there a message you want to always pass out? Is that an underlying message, or you just paint as inspiration comes? Is there a message across all your artwork?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to pass out?
Yes, of course.
What's that message? Tell us.
Freedom.
Freedom. I can see what we just saw here was the skyline across river. I would get to see that painting now. And then there was a bird I could see out there and all of that. That's the one that came up just before this one. What's that painting? What do you call it? And what's it all about?
Can I see the particular one you're talking about?
We'll get across to it. We're showing the ones that we have here.
Okay.
That one showed earlier. But it was like a waterside.
I remember.
Sort of, yeah.
That's actually a picture.
Yeah, that's it now.
That's actually a picture that I took at Badore Ferry Terminal.
Oh, okay.
Yes, around Ajah, Lagos. So I do nature photography because I really love nature. So I took that picture with my iPhone. And yeah, so out of boredom, I took a walk to the ferry terminal just to cool off because I used to work with my sister. Yeah, so I was on break and then I went there and then I started vibing, just taking pictures, random pictures. So I actually took that picture with my iPhone.
And then, so being self-taught, as it were, you are now, is it something that you do professionally now? Is it something that you earn money from?
Of course, yeah. I did my exhibition a few days ago on Sunday, my first solo art
Your
exhibition.
first solo art exhibition?
Yeah, I've attended a couple, home and abroad in Dubai, in the Middle East, pretty much, yeah, because I used to live there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my first solo that I did.
What was that exhibition titled? What was it about? Talk to me about it.
Mind of the Creative. So it's the first one.
Mind of the Creative.
Yeah, so that's the theme behind it. Mind of the Creative. Yeah.
Okay. So what artworks did you feature? What were you trying to pass across?
I featured different pieces of artworks, from mixed media to contemporary art to lifestyle art to abstract, of course. So I call it abstract expressionism. So it just goes with the way the spirit leads, and just
As a person, what does art do to you?
makes me feel complete. I feel like I know that art is everything. Art is life. Art is our existence.
If you were making money from it, would you still do it?
Of course. The sole aim is not to really make money. I feel like it's a form of therapy. It makes me feel like complete as a person.
As a person,
Yes.
yeah?
So, of course, money has to be made normal level, but it's not for fun still. But if the gift is there, we can monetize it. We can do different things with it. Yeah.
But that's the thing now. Like, people have different ways talking about the appreciation of art in Africa here, or in Nigeria, as it were. You've lived in Dubai.
Yeah.
Can you compare and contrast when it comes to the appreciation of art
Okay,
in both climes?
I'm going to be very careful about the things I would say. But I've noticed something that in this part of the world, art is not really appreciated. There are other forms of art that are appreciated, maybe
Okay.
music.
Okay.
When it comes to visual art, people don't really pay attention to it. People don't really get the message, or they can't really relate. So if it's, in the outside world, for example, people value it more. So that's just the difference. We have art lovers everywhere, but in this part of the world, people don't really key into it that much as,
Yeah, recently there's been talk about returning some of our ancient artworks that were
the
taken out
artifacts,
and
yeah.
all of that,
the
artifacts
Benin
and all of
Kingdom
that.
and all of
Exactly.
that during the slave era.
Do you think that probably if we as a country appreciated it more, maybe these things might have been here much earlier than even now? Because these things are tourist attractions to a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So shouldn't we? What do you think we can do as a people, maybe as a government, to ensure that even if we don't appreciate it, people appreciate it and will travel to come see. We know how very famous pieces of artwork around the world, how they've
Exactly.
drawn tourism and so much money to them just because people just want to come and see them. So what can we do as a people?
As a people, well, I personally am a non-conformist.
Okay.
So from time to time, I talk about pressing issues. I use my social media platform to talk about matters arising, and just bring out people's minds into consciousness and just re-educate them or reorientate them about things that are happening. But I feel like that in particular should really be tackled by the government, because there's money to be made from it. These people are making money from it. How many museums do we have in this part of the world that we really use? Okay, I went to Almat Farms last year. There's a picture that I took there that I auctioned at my exhibition. Very dope picture. People really believe that I even snapped that picture in Nigeria. What's happening with Almat Farms is personally owned by people. Governments don't tap into those kind of things to monetize it. And then Ibadan, there was a place that we went to when myself and Vector went to shoot a music video. It's called Ado Awaye.
Okay.
And when I started doing the research, I found out that it's the only suspended lake in Nigeria, in Africa. As a matter of fact, there are only two in the world. There's one in America, in Colorado, and the other one is in Ibadan. People don't even know. It's a lake on top of a mountain. It's just there. Nothing is happening with it.
So I get your point now.
So we should really, I think the government needs to do something about it, especially with visual arts. It's so much underrated.
All right. Thank you. Well done. It was great talking to you.
Really
And here's wishing you the best. And hopefully
Thank you very much.
we get that word out there and we get to appreciate it.
I appreciate you too. Thank you.
All right. Well done.
Chef Tade is here with me in the kitchen, and he is emphasis on. He is actually the one cooking. He is making scrambled egg pasta. I know, right? Let's talk about the ingredients, Chef Tade.
Right. I'm trying to make a scrambled egg.
Okay.
So right inside this, I'll add my milk.
Okay, but let's run through the ingredients first.
All right. We have onions, spring onions, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, butter,
Okay.
cherry tomatoes. We have a vegetable oil. We have
Okay.
black pepper. We have thyme. We have rosemary. We have toasted.
Toasted.
Yes.
All right. Garlic.
Garlic.
Okay.
And we have salt.
Now salt.
Yeah.
Great. Now, as to see that we have our pasta already cooking. Excuse me, and then our chicken.
Yeah.
So what did you do with the chicken over there?
Yeah, I had marinated it earlier before coming.
Okay, you want to take off the lid? Let's
All right.
see it. Okay, great. So
So-
what do you have in there?
In here, I have rosemary.
Okay.
I also have little thyme,
Okay.
onions, garlic, and salt, seasoning.
Ooh,
That's all.
great. Looks good. Looks like it's, I mean, it's cooking really nicely, as you can see. So, yeah, you were talking earlier on about the eggs.
The egg. So
Okay.
I'm trying to make my scrambled egg.
Okay.
So I'll whisk this with my milk.
Okay. So at this point, so you could use dry milk or...
You can use dry milk. You can use
one.
liquid.
Okay. Great.
And if you find it difficult to maybe just like this now, it's a bit difficult to incorporate. You
Yeah, the
can
milk
mix
in
eggs.
the- yeah.
You can mix with water.
Okay, so you mix the dry
Oh,
one with
yes.
water and
little
then...
bit of
Okay,
water.
and then you add it to your... Okay. Something spilling over there. Let's take off the lid. Okay. Now, what happens when our pasta is... Are we waiting for it to cook
Yes.
properly or...
Properly.
Okay.
Yes.
And then when it's cooked, well cooked, what happens?
Then I'll drain off the water
And then what
and
do we do?
separate.
Okay, and keep it aside.
Yes, make my scrambled.
Okay.
Yeah. So once the scramble is ready, I'll pour it in it.
Okay, and then mix.
Yeah.
What are we doing with our veggies over here?
I'll use all of this for my scrambled egg.
Okay, so we are actually using the veggies for the scrambled
Yes, for
eggs,
the scrambled.
and then we put. Oh, so it's like making stir-fried pasta.
Exactly.
But the only difference here is the eggs.
The eggs. Yeah.
Great, great. And then you talked about the cherry tomatoes. What are we doing with those?
Yeah. Once I'm done, I will add this fresh.
Okay.
Not cutting. I'll just add it like that
Okay, we'll add it to the pasta.
to the pasta.
And then just
serve
allow it simmer a bit before we take it
before
off.
serving.
Sounds yummy. Yes, and I know it's going to be just as delicious as I imagine it's, right? And you at home probably. If this is something that you definitely want to try out, please let us know on all our social media platforms at TVC Connect. We want to be sure that you are paying attention, you are watching and enjoying every delicious bit of what we're bringing out here from the kitchen. I mean, Chef Taddy has been hard at work, people. And yes, our scrambled egg pasta will be ready in a bit. As you can see, our pasta is cooking. We have our chicken already steaming. It's been marinated really well. And we're, getting our eggs ready. I said that you're paying so much, you're like
Yes, you have to
properly
whisk.
whisking it.
Yes, you whisk
how long?
until it forms. It's coming out.
Oh, okay. Just make sure that all of that dry milk, mixes well with our eggs. Okay, great stuff happening in the kitchen. Pretty excited. I hope you are as well. The top of the hour is upon us, people. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Oh, it's a bird. It's a plane.
Yeah.
It's good times flying by so quickly, and great moments that are leaving that print in our memory. Hopefully, this is going to be another one for you to remember.
Yep, it's the second hour, of course. The first lap was done, and quite some nice stuff there. We had it was art display.
Yeah.
We spoke about that, of course, birthday shout-outs and all of that, and of course, wonderful stuff that is cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Now, I've been hearing Chef Tade. There's been that. I like the way that sounds. Chef Tade,
Tossing eggs.
can you mimic that sound?
No, I
Did you
can't.
try?
No, I can't.
Try.
I can't.
Chef Tade, just do that.
Toss the eggs.
That's
Toss the
it,
eggs
I
again. Oh, that tossing eggs again. Okay.
I love that.
Wow. Really?
Oh, can you hear that?
Wow, Mike, you're weird.
I hear that
really.
sounds, yeah. But hey, come on. How far has it going there, man?
Going pretty well. Our pasta's almost ready. I mean, like our pasta, just the pasta, right? And then our chicken is coming on really nicely. And Chef Tade is just prepping the garnishing, right? What we are going to use to garnish the meal. But hey, we have to. Back to you guys.
Right. It's great to have you. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Take note, you can stream this show live on tvcentertainment.tv or on Facebook at TVC Connect. You can also catch us live on GOTV channel 27 and UHF channel 49.
Download the app also to watch the show live from anywhere you are around the world. YouTube, it's at TVC Entertainment. And of course, the website is tvcentertainment.tv.
He's an unmistakable voice, the voice of Godons. When he's on stage, he really commands an audience. His energy is very infectious. Really, really.
Talking about.
All right.
So, for those of you Canadian residents and all
Wow,
that, I saw something quite interesting here. I don't know how but it looks like it says the province of Alberta in Canada has launched a new immigration pathway of pastors and religious workers looking to migrate to Canada.
Wow.
Imagine what Nigerians have done with that information.
Okay.
Look at the man who's looking at me say, what?
So of course, you know that there's such a huge Nigerian community in Canada now. So honestly, their quote market is there.
I know, but if Canada should know Nigerian, they don't put religious. You know how we are. All of us will just be pastors. Like, I don't. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Oh, you need a letter. Is a letter
Like,
from
my
a
point,
church?
Do you get where I'm coming from? No, don't let them.
What makes you a pastor?
Everybody their own. Is there?
What makes you a pastor?
What makes a pastor? May make your pastor a pastor.
Hey, that's what makes a pastor. So what is the criteria that makes one a pastor?
I've been called into the ministry.
How do you know that you're called?
God called
Because
me specifically.
if you say that you're called, in that case, I'm called.
So you know, but the thing is, we minister to the whole of Nigeria every morning. We are minister.
I minister
Yes,
on my
now.
social media platform
Yes.
every day.
Oh, wait,
I
so this is
inspire
actually-
people. I inspire people. I put motivational quotes, prayers.
Canada,
We
look at
pray.
me.
Don't we pray for people during birthday shout-outs?
That commands fire and brimstone.
Yes. Let's go. We are ministering to the
It's Cameroon.
Canadian
We'll take you
consulate.
two of you to. It's not Canada, it's Cameroon.
We are, trying to fill the forms and do all the
You see, but
documentation,
so it was the memes that come out. You know how we as a people, how we tend to make fun of a lot of things, and the memes are coming out from this, and everybody is going to pick up a cassock or a Bible, and they say this Sunday is going to be very hot.
Yeah.
Because man, we are religious workers.
Yes, sir.
Are going to show that. Hey,
Yeah.
But then I also imagine that the process for it will be very rigorous. I mean, you have to have some sort of
What, are they going to tell people to speak in tongues?
certificate or qualification.
I beg.
One thing that made me see this and think about it was that yesterday or 2 days back there's information that the Ethiopian government has stopped visa.
On arrival.
For Nigerians, yeah.
That's challenging because Ethiopian Airlines is is one of those airlines where you do a lot of stopovers to other countries. So many other countries. So that's going to be a challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
But hopefully they'll clear
See, when you are going to give value, people would appreciate that value, but it just shows how much our value is eroding when it comes to international commerce.
Right. All right. On that note, we have to take the weather.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's raining or it's going to be sunny.
Bill filed by the Academic Staff Union of Universities against a ruling of the National Industrial Court with orders to the striking lecturers to return to the classroom. The three-member panel of the Appellate Court, led by Justice Haman Barker, delivered the adjournment after counsels also withdrew one out of the two processes it filed. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Iria reports.
Also withdrew that of 23rd September and sought to proceed with the remaining application, dated 28th of September. In response, counsel to the federal government, James Igwe, noted that the only application that they have been served it is the one ASU just withdrew. But Mr. Falana provided the court proof of service, as service was made to the Ministry of Justice and not to the Council of the federal government. Both councils had agreed that service of processes be made to the chambers of the lead council representing the federal government, but Mr. Falana argued that he was not certain that the federal government was going to retain Mr. Igwe. The processes were subsequently served on the federal government in court, and parties are to return tomorrow for hearing. A member of the panel, Justice Belbile George-Will, however, advised both parties to resolve issues amicably by doing what is important in the interest of the nation and students, with the hope that by tomorrow a resolution will be reached.
The very first day that we came to court, I had advised my learned friend in Inner Bar that he should sit down and ensure that settled amicably. Yeah, what the court has said that we can talk. We can also come back tomorrow to proceed with the matter upon a report of what has happened. Yeah, so that's the position.
We are talking peace. While we are asking for alternative dispute resolution, the government, through the Ministry of Labor, is going on the path of war, which cannot be justified under the law. I'm sure you are aware, contrary to the Trade Union Act, which provides that there shall be only one trade union in any sector of the economy. In other words, you cannot have two unions of academic staff in Nigeria under the Trade Union Act, and the law has not been amended.
The federal government had on 4th October given certification to 2 other academic bodies, Congress of Nigerian University Academics, CONUA, and National Association of Medical and Dental Academics. Celestina Area, TVC News.
People loved that particular performance. It was a great one, right? Titi and MM, their heads are still in the cloud, but hey, come on, that was a wonderful way to kickstart your, the Friday, the fun and all of that. Now we have a conversation with Dr. Star Horsfall, the chairman and CEO of Odyssey Project. He is here to discuss Wonder. Now, it's a project that seeks to connect cultures through food, entertainment, and artistry through information and authentic celebrations of different cultures. It seemed like I was doing a bio of Wake Up Nigeria, because that is what we do on this show. Food, entertainment, culture, and all of that. It is great to have you all. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, what is Wanda? Let's start with that.
Wanda, it sounds like a lady, right?
Wanda Maximoff. I'm thinking of the Avengers.
There you
Scarlet
go.
Witch.
Exactly. Okay.
That's of course, that's the first Wanda that comes to me. The second one is the stadium, but hey, what is your Wanda? What is it all about?
So it's an acronym for We Are Not So Different After All. So it's WAND. The S is kind of silent, and then the AA. So we are not so different after all. Pretty much describing humanity. But you bring it down to the Nigerian context, it's pretty much saying that we are different tribes, different ethnicities, different cultures. However, there are a lot of similarities that connect us as Nigerians, speaking about Nigeria, or even Africans for that matter. And that is what Wanda seeks to do. We celebrate cultures, connect cultures, and we do it artistically through food, music, dance, stage performances, artistry in a sense, fine art, all of it.
Yeah, October 1st, you held your event.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that the first one?
No, actually, no, that's a good question. So that's the second one. So we started a few months ago with River State. So what we're doing is going state by state. So we did River State, then we did Edo State, October 1st, right? And that is where we captured a good amount of context of the Benin Empire, right? Like what the Benin Empire is about. Queen Idia was our focus, played by Aisha Sonishitu, with the troupe, the national troupe. So they put up a very beautiful performance, kind of like describing the story of Queen Idia, how formidable she was. And it's kind of funny that Woman King is out in theaters now because it describes how powerful she was as a woman and as the mother of the king, and so forth and so on. So there's a lot about our culture that we should celebrate and understand as Nigerians that we don't even know.
Exactly. Earlier on, I had a discussion with an artist, and we're talking about how the appreciation of the arts and culture is not so much as it should be here. I mean, you have people appreciate our things outside more than even here. I mean, if we appreciated our culture more, maybe we'll probably have some of these artworks that were stolen and all of that maybe returned sooner or later. Museums, when I was growing up, we had 1 or 2 museums, galleries. They are not so, we should have so many of them, but they're not so much. Now, Wonder is a good thing that you personally are doing. What more can be done?
Yeah, so it's not just me, of course. So there's a team of us. Like I said, Aisha Sonishitu, Damieta Sama Horsfall, different people, and we're having a few other people come on board. So you just hit the nail on the head. We don't celebrate ourselves enough, both as Nigerians and Africans. We don't, and it's the truth. We have people pay premium dollar or pounds or whatever, what have you, to come enjoy our artistry. I mean, people stole what we have and they don't want to give it back to us to tell you how much they appreciate the value it has. But you come home and it's not, but we're going to change that.
Last 2 weeks back, I was talking with some of my colleagues that every other week, there's an Afro Fest somewhere in Europe.
I tell you.
And, our artists are booked, as in, they are not even in the country. Like, they are booked, like, months ahead. They're not even in the country. Yeah. And they're also, you see Afro Fest, Afro Wave, Afro this, Afro that, Afro that. Shouldn't that all be here? Shouldn't people be coming here because of that? Why do we take all of them there and then people go there and all of that?
I think we should make you a spokesperson for Wanda. in a sense, because you're literally saying what we are trying to achieve here, with what we're trying to do. So artistry, Africanness, who we are as Nigerians, as Africans, I don't think we've packaged this whole thing well enough for people to fly in and say, hey, I want to experience, like you said, I was in some country, I don't remember which one now, it was Thailand or somewhere in Asia, and they had Afrobeats night. Afrobeats night. And people were paying, it was packed. It was hard to get into the venue of the place, and it wasn't a place that was predominantly Nigerian or we're talking about Asians going in to listen to Afrobeats music, and then you come back home and it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard when you can't bring that unique feel. When we can't have it here, and it's easily replicable
everywhere
other
else.
Place, we lose our identity.
We do. That is true.
So where I know there's a lot is dependent on what government can do, ensuring that the society is safe and all of that. There's quite a lot that needs to be done. But one that you've started on the right note. October 1st, you had your event. Just run us through, how was it?
Okay.
How was the turnout? How was it? How did people feel that event?
Oh yeah, I mean, as far as feelings go, it was quite remarkable. And of course, it's easy to say that because we are the organizers. But we had Mr. Sonny Rubble there, who is a thespian of thespians, who is the man of man as far as entertainment. And he stayed till the end. And I'll give you one of the testimonies. So so we got foods from Edo State.
Okay.
Right. And this man is like, 70 years old. He said what we served him that day from his place, the last time he had it was 50 years ago. I mean, he said this brought memories of his own mother. So a few people from Edo, the Benin Empire were there. But of course, I'm a Rivers man. I was there dressed like a Benin man. People were dressed as Benin people. The idea is, I know you better if I understand your culture. You know me better if you understand my culture. But we can find similarities in who we are. And then that's how it was for that
wonderful,
day.
Wonderful. I am wishing you the best. Let's run up with this.
Yeah.
How far do you expect to take this? What is the future?
So it's every 3 months we are celebrating a different state.
Okay.
And then ultimately we hope to have a festival where people are flying out of from outside the country to attend our events. And that's what we're going to do.
Now that gets me in. I am wishing you the best.
Thank you.
See you at the top very, very soon.
Thank you.
It will be well known out there.
It will.
I see
It will. I hear you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Right, that's it. I hope you're able to pick up something from there. Of course, let's celebrate our culture. And we are not really so different after all. All right, let's take this time out now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our final guest on the show.
Actor Godwin Coleman, better known as Godon. Sorry about that, Della. Yeah, it's the food. Yeah.
This is not food. That person don't just smell up. I hope we will taste it for ministerial reasons.
How does it feel watching yourself sometimes on, screen?
You know, amazing. Sometimes, the joke that we crack, first of all, if the joke does not make you laugh, you don't expect it to make someone else laugh.
Really? Okay.
So when I watch myself, I just want to be sure that the impact I had when I was writing the joke is still positive on stage.
Okay.
So sometimes we feel bad. I for talking like this, but it's fine.
Have you ever had a bad joke?
Oh, all the time.
How do you respond to it, or how do you react
You
to
switch immediately.
Okay.
You switch, because sometimes you've created a joke. The joke made you laugh.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. Yeah. Now you are invited to an event where the mindset of the person is totally different from yours. And then you don't know, emotionally, you don't know the state of the person. And you crack a joke that you have expected that will blow the roof, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So what happened? Your sensitivity should teach you to switch immediately. If you crack a joke in front of a politician who lost election, you don't expect him to.
No, you don't. So now this is where it gets technical, because when you're doing something like a tour of different countries, you have no idea what sort of audience you're going to meet. So how do you then begin to adjust?
Especially if you're performing to a foreign audience.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I do that all the time. I've gone outside this country to do comedy, and 60% of my audience, or sometimes 40%, they are white people. People who don't even understand pidgin English at all. So you use the right tool, which is correct English.
Okay.
All right? For the fact that I'm a comedian doesn't stop me from learning from other people.
Okay.
Yeah, I have mentors like Chris Rock, like Dave Chappelle. Those are my mentors. I listen to them, I chew them. I try to come up to their mindset. How are they able to cut across? Because if Dave Chappelle should come here, he will not be able to do much because we don't understand his flows. You know, but he will do better where people understand what Dave Chappelle is saying.
Sure. Yeah.
So I try to learn to see how to have the cut across effect. You know, so when we go to other places where we don't see no Yoruba, no Igbo, no Robo, nothing like that, we just switch to the right kind of language. Like once I was in Canada, and I discovered that Canadians, it's a combination of different kinds of white people.
Yeah.
You know, you have the native Canadians and you have pure, and you have other French like that. I learned a little bit of French, so I should be able to flow a little bit in French language, and then from there, I started speaking good English, and I was amazed. They reacted to our joke, you know, that's what's up. Oh, boy, I don't find no. Bring that picture back.
But you know, but it's so interesting. You should say you know be vampire. Because
well,
you look almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
There are things we eat that you don't know. It's not everything you saw on TV.
Now, let's talk about the birth of skit making in Nigeria, which seem to have taken away from the stand-up comedy in a way.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I believe that any industry should evolve, and the skit industry came after the stand-up, you know, and they are doing perfectly well. All I have to say here as a stand-up comedian is I don't enjoy a skit when I know it's my joke that is being displayed as a skit.
So you think that some of them are using, taking from your jokes?
It's not just my joke. I watch skit all the time. You know, I intend to do skits myself.
Okay.
You know, but I've also watched some skit and I discovered that they were just taken from the jokes that we have told. Either from Alibaba, from the basket man, from Agoda, from myself, every other person. So I was expecting something new because when skit makers came, you know, a lot of people say, oh, the stand-up comedy will be gone. I said, really? No. I said, because not until they start creating skits with their own materials, then we will be threatened. Otherwise, we're good. You know, because skit makers will make us run faster, run more. It shows that you should create more. You know, because if you're not going to wait for until somebody's edit your moves to be able to make audience laugh, and you know that you do stand-up, so you stay with that. But the skit industry is fantastic. I appreciate all of them. They're doing well. You know, I just hope that they will take it to the next level by bringing their own material that we stand-up comedians we take from.
So you're saying that they should be authentic?
Yes.
Right. So basically, the statement that says every stand-up comedian can become a skit maker, but not every skit maker can become a stand-up comedian.
Exactly. Every stand-up comedian can become a skit maker. As a matter of fact, the likes of the, I don't know if I can call names.
Go ahead.
The life of, what's this boy that wears blue?
The wears blue?
Sabinus.
Okay.
The likes of Sabinus was a comedian before. It was a stand-up.
Yes, true.
You know, but he didn't do well as a stand-up. And then he switched into skit making. And today is the deal.
Yeah.
You know, but the problem is some of them that are skit maker, when you put them on stage to do stand-up, it's a total flat. You know, so but that we encourage us stand-up comedians. And so if we are going into the skit industry, we go with like, man, we kill it. You know, we're killing it. We're killing it. Yeah. That's what we do. But same, I like the fact that we are evolving. Maybe from skit making, some other things will come.
Yeah, I want to ask a very personal question now. I know last year your mom got married.
Yes,
How did that make you feel? First, I'd like to know, how did you feel when she introduced you to her husband?
No, there was no need because they have lived together for 20 years. So I've been visiting her, seeing the man there. You know, just old people who fell in love at a very, very old age. My mom is a vibrant lady. A woman, she was very pretty in her prime. Every man wanted that woman.
Wow.
You know, for your information, that was not her first husband.
Okay.
Sure. That was not her first husband. That was like her sixth husband.
Goodness.
My mom is the Mary very something of Nigeria.
Wow.
She had like 6 husbands before that man.
Wow.
So that can tell you how beautiful she was.
Wow.
You know, that she's given birth to like 8 and she still could get married. So I don't understand when young girls these days come and said, I don't see mama. Really? My mom got married at 72. I was there. I don't know if you saw it. I was there.
Yeah, I mean, it trended online.
It trended. I was there. I was like, and they were happy. And that I know for sure. That man, my mom is the 3rd wife.
Wow, wow.
My mom is the 3rd wife, and she's the oldest among the 3. But he preferred to live with my mom.
72.
Because my mom has what we call charisma when it comes to feminism.
Good.
Hey, don't go. My mom, if my mom wants to quarrel, she dresses up for the quarrel.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you. She will go and make up and do it. You would think she's going on. No, not quarrel. Not quarrel. There you go. So by the time she starts to bring all those, the husband will just be like, cool down now. Because the thing that makes men drive women from home is the fact that you are not even appealing in the first place.
Wow.
So they say in our place that when you are quarreling with your wife and she's going, don't look at backside. Because you might ask her,
come back. I will tweet that one. Yeah, I will tweet that.
No one will. But a lady got to be a lady. And mom has been a lady. She didn't go to school, but she's been a lady. She knows how. When I was growing up, I saw young men coming to toast my mom.
Wow.
Because she knows how to, she knows how to package. I said, Mama, you go kill yourself. He said, this like.
Speaking of packages, you have been packaging for so many years. And there's a brand new package right now. You're going on tour. You're going around the world. What's happening in Calabar?
Oh, well, Calabar, I'm doing my first, I've started my tour this year. It's called the Gonos de Berlusconi Live Tour.
Okay.
So I started my tour this year. I'm starting from Calabar because Calabar being the first capital. And one of the things that shocked me when I got to Calabar, I saw a white man walking his dog.
Oh.
I said, oh God, this is double risk.
Wow.
They either come for you or they come for your dog. I was amazed. Wow. I can't believe that Ben Ayade is walking. For a white man to be walking a dog on the street of Calabar, I saw it life. It's not a joke.
Wow.
I was like, really? It's happening here?
Yeah, but then that also depends on the breed.
No, Calabar don't care. Whether it's Mongrel, Rottweiler, they will eat you. They don't care.
All right. What day is Calabar happening?
Calabar is 27th of November.
27th of November, who's performing?
Yes, I'm doing 4 cities in Canada. I'm doing 4 cities in UK, 2 cities in Accra, and 6 cities here. This is my first tour ever. I have been blessing people with everything I know how to do. I have featured in almost all of the major comedy shows in the country and even abroad. So I feel it's high time for me to sit back, do my own show, raise my own generation.
Great,
because I know someday we'll go behind the camera. I should be able to show somebody this is the way walking it. So now the essence of this tour is not just for me to do my thing, for my fans to enjoy me, because when they feature you in any of those comedies, they give you 5 minutes. Sometimes you don't have the joy to exhaust.
So now we have some joy to exhaust in our kitchen. And we want you to taste this food. So I think it's about time we get to the kitchen. But we have a clip.
I didn't say that. Oh, my God.
This is Chef Tade, and he's made for you scrambled egg spaghetti. So please quickly have a taste. Let us know what you think.
Well, as an European man, we used to prepare susa yam, but God has blessed me now. I can eat spaghetti.
Yes. Go ahead. Have a taste.
Wow, this is awesome. I hope I do some takeaway.
Yes, don't worry.
Ooh, it looks
There's no difference between 6 and a half.
Well done, Chef Tade.
Yes.
That's scrambled egg. Looks beautiful.
Look at this.
Wow.
Take it all in.
Wow. That looks good.
You will make it
looks
hungry.
So good.
So quickly tell us what you think. Like it? Love it?
It's very nice.
I like him to chew now.
Oh, sorry.
It's a little bit different from what I'm used to.
Oh, okay.
Where is this man from? Nigeria?
That's the flag right there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being here.
No, don't take me first. I'll take one more.
Oh, okay. It's about time for us to wrap up while he's enjoying this amazing.
If you are not here, I'm sorry.